This is the Projekt Gemineye Update, your source for all things Projekt Gemineye. Brought to you by Riffical Records. And here's your host, Mark Anthony K. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Projekt Gemineye Update number 184. So today is March 18th. Hope everybody out there is doing well. First, I'd like to start off this episode by giving everybody a very big thank you for supporting the release of the new Projekt Gemineye single that just came out yesterday, St. Patrick's Day. The song is called Cyber Wonderland. There's the cover for it. You can get that now on the Projekt Gemineye Bandcamp page for a whole whopping $1.99 Canadian. All your proceeds will go towards the making of the CD and the making of the vinyl. Mainly what I do is I divert all the funds towards the making of the lacquer for the vinyl, because that's one thing that costs a pretty penny and it keeps going up year after year for some reason, the cost of it. So it's becoming more and more difficult to get the money for this easy. So hopefully with the sales of the digital version of the single, it will help, get that covered. What else? So don't mind me, I'm sometimes looking down in my piece of paper here to help me move this along. As I said, the single is Cyber Wonderland. It's going to be off the record that's going to be coming out April 21st, I believe I put the release date as. And that album is What Lies Beyond. There's the album covers for that as well. Very happy with the record. As I said before numerous times on prior update videos, the album is going to have 4 songs on it. And as I said before, I am going to be doing a extra CD. I believe I think I showed this before, maybe not on, well, I think that I showed on here. But the idea is just like how Yes did when they released the vinyl, they released a bonus CD. They also released the full album on CD as well, but I'm not going to do that because there's going to be a proper digipack version of the album coming out. But for example, Yes did put like an extra bonus disc of some of the songs that didn't make the album, and I will be doing that as well in a very similar sort of thing, in a little plastic thing like this with a properly nice made cover for it, and that will house the extra songs on it as well. I thought it only fair to do that because, like I said, I really think that the songs on this album turned out really, really well. I think it's almost a crime to leave them off altogether. One of them will be released as a non-album single. That will be another digital release coming up. I'm not sure the date when I'm going to do it, so I'm not going to announce it on here quite yet. But before the album comes out, there will be another single coming out, and it'll be a non-album single. But on the CD version, there's going to be 5 songs. There's going to be the 4 songs that are on the vinyl, plus 1 song as a bonus song as well on there. Most likely I will obviously put that on the disc for the vinyl as well. I just think that it'll make more sense to put it that way on there, because obviously if I was to put it on the vinyl, it would be a double vinyl and it would be a lot more pricier. It's something that I don't think I could probably do at this time. But this is better than, I think, not having it available. So the 4 songs will be available on the vinyl and on the CD. There'll be a bonus song on the CD, but I think that bonus song will also appear on the disc that's going to be with the vinyl as well. So hopefully this doesn't sound all confusing and not make a lot of sense. I think it makes sense. But yeah, once again, I want to thank you guys for the support of the single. And let's talk about the single just really quickly, because I know people had a few questions about it. But before that, let's go to this.
The world is changing. Life is becoming more stressful year after year. So what will we do when medicine doesn't ease our pain? We escape into the cyber wonderland.
Coming this spring, the new album from Projekt Gemineye, What Lies Beyond. Okay, and there you go. That's the little advertisement that I had for the release of the single Cyber Wonderland. Now, Cyber Wonderland, lyrically, what are we talking about here? Well, it seems interesting to me. I was very inspired by the fact I read a few articles before, one in National Geographic, about how people seem to be escaping or wanting a need of escape from the everyday world. I mean, we are surrounded by so many things now. I don't think there's a day that's gone by that I haven't turned on the news and there's been some sort of shooting, somebody getting killed in a car accident, or somebody getting shot in some bar somewhere, or, you know, high schools now getting, you know, bomb threats, and the war in Ukraine. There's all kinds of things happening. I mean, there's weird weather going on in California. There's flooding in places. I mean, the human brain can probably only take so much, I would suspect. I'm not a doctor, so I can't prove that. But people more and more are starting to rely on the computer, AI, and stuff like that for a means of escaping this sort of everyday drudgery. And one of the ways to do it, a very simple way, and has been a way for, and has been a way for years now, is video games. People have been playing video games to kind of escape from things. And now more and more people are looking into artificial intelligence. You can get those kind of glasses where you can surround yourself in a world that's not the world that you're in currently. And that's becoming very popular. And like I put in the advertisement I put up, when medicine will start failing, keeping us level-headed, people will start turning to this, I think, more and more. That's my prediction. I think the whole computer AI thing will become a sort of medicinal out for people who just don't want to deal with the everyday things in the world, or things that are really stressing them out. So, you know, and with most things, you got to be careful with that. That could be very dangerous, because, you know, you can spend so much time on it, you could become ill from it. I mean, I've read all kinds of things in these articles where some people have been in and involved in these things for as high as 10 to 11, 12 hours, sometimes missing, you know, meals. And, you know, I read there was an article where a kid was on there so long doing gaming and stuff like that, that he started, you know, bringing empty bottles into his room and urinating in his room and just putting it into a bottle and leaving it there because he didn't want to leave the room. That's getting a little crazy, if you ask me. So Cyber Wonderland, you know, is that what's ahead? Are people going to look at cyberspace as a wonderland, as a means of escape from the everyday world? I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Hopefully not. You know, and that kind of stuff I always looked at as sort of entertainment and should be used that way, not as a means to, you know, keep your mind level-headed. Now, there's other songs on this album and various topics of things. I will get into that in more detail once we get near the release date of the album. And when I release the next single, I will talk about the topics of that. And I will, of course, go through probably all of the songs in some way, shape, or form, just to talk about what everything's about lyrically. Musically, it's very Projekt Gemineye. A lot of guitars, a lot of harmony, guitar solos, as you've heard, a lot of vocals. I'm pretty happy with the vocals on this album, and on this song in particular. I think I did a good job with my harmonies and with my just in my singing in general. So so far the reaction has been very positive, and I thank you all for it. Please leave your comments. Please leave a thumbs up to the video, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. Still slowly approaching 400. It'd be nice to get there sometime, but like I said, it's not imperative or urgent by any means to me. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way things are going. Yeah, and like I said, the album is going to be coming out in April. I'll be doing some more videos very soon to talk about some of the other songs and talking about the lyrics and stuff like that, because I'm very happy with the lyrics on this album. So until then, my friends, I hope that you're going to have a great weekend. And once again, check out the single on the Projekt Gemineye Bandcamp page, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.
After the questions being asked, after the storms have stopped, when all of the stories have been told, we are only left to wonder what lies beyond. Coming this spring, the new album from Projekt Gemineye, What Lies Beyond.